Welcome back. It is 7 past the hour here on Church Night on the Malloy program. And if you are just joining us and want to know what the hell Church Night is, well, we're not really in church. It is just something we do on the program on Wednesday night in memory of prayer meeting night. Remember? Wednesday night prayer meeting? If you were brought up in a certain coloration of the Protestant church in all its various denominations, you probably attended prayer meeting on Wednesday night, at least in the summertime when your parents or grandparents would drag you along, right? My grandparents dragged me along. So that's why we do church night on Wednesday. Oh, by the way, this hour is being sponsored by Chris Shaper. Am I pronouncing that right, Kathy? Chris's message. All sponsorship slots open today? No way. No sponsors, no mic, no church night, no voice. Too many rotten, dirty, rotten rat bastards to strip the bark from, truth seekers. Sign up for sponsorships and memberships now. That's so true. Thank you, Chris. Too many rotten, dirty, rotten rat bastards to strip the bark from. Truth seekers, sign up for sponsorship and membership now. No. Thank you, Chris. Obviously, the United States of America does not have an exclusive franchise on religious crazy people. We've tried to make that point many times. I have a story here from New Zealand. A politician there, Member of Parliament Richard Prosser, said that since most terrorists are Muslims, he said that young Muslim men should be banned from flying from Western Airlines. He was writing for Investigate magazine, and he made these remarks in a column in that magazine, according to an article featured in the New Zealand Herald. This is what Prosser wrote, according to the report. It is, quote, undeniable that most terrorists are Muslims. If you are a young male aged between, say, about 19 and about 35, and you're a Muslim, or you look like a Muslim, or you come from a Muslim country, then you are not welcome to travel on any of the West's airlines. End quote. You know what is odd about it? I know a lot of Jews who look like Muslims. I know a lot of Italians who look like Jews. I know a lot of Turks who look like Sardinians. This guy's out of his goddamn mind, isn't he? Huh? Richard Prosser, New Zealand MP. Anyway, of course, he has since apologized for his remarks. Oh, yeah, of course. This is what he said. According to the New Zealand Herald, quote, I realize that's caused offense to those people unjustifiably and unnecessarily, and I'm apologizing unreservedly to them. See, they use the dog whistle kind of language even in the Southern Hemisphere. Can you believe that? Huh? Now, what is interesting to me is that that this man would make the statement. Has there been any type of activity, shall we say, in New Zealand that could possibly be linked to Muslims? Any kind of activity that would make Member of Parliament Richard Prosser's sphincter muscle tighten up? Does he do a lot of traveling when he gets on an airplane and looks around the business class section? Does he get a little bit nervous if he sees swarthy, dark-skinned people with dark curly hair? Of course, they could be Jewish. They could be Italian. They could be Syrian. They could be Turkish. They could be, from all kind, Greek, from all kind, Spanish, if you look like a Muslim, I'll be damned. Oh, well. Now, New Zealand's Ethnic Affairs Minister, yes, they have one, Judith Collins is her name. She called this freak's comments appalling. She called them extremely disappointing. And she said his comments, quote, may cause international embarrassment for New Zealand, end quote. New Zealand's Prime Minister, John Key, also had nothing good to say about this freak's column. Now, the president of the Federation of Islamic Associations of New Zealand, yes, there's one of those too, Dr. Anwar Ghani, said the comments betrayed a disappointing level of intellect in the New Zealand Parliament. You got to like that, right? Well, that shows a disappointing level of intellect, at least with this freak. Dr. Ghani added, quote, you would expect people that come to Parliament are deep-thinking people, and they have a wider appreciation of the community in New Zealand and the global socio-political scene, end quote. Well, yeah, you would expect that, Dr. Ghani, but if you do expect that, then you might be considered by people like me to be a complete fool. Show me a parliament anywhere on earth. Africa, North America, Europe. Show me a parliament anywhere on earth that is not overpopulated with fools, knaves, liars, cheats, general all-around stinkers, half-wits, idiots, morons, bigoted freaks, and so on, and so on, and so on. So, Dr. Ghani, to have an expectation that people who come to Parliament are deep-thinking people is to have an expectation of the damn near impossible. All right? Let me relieve you of some of that concern, Dr. Ghani. Now, since being elected to the New Zealand Parliament in 2011, oh my God, he's only been there, 2 years? This freak Prosser has made a series of controversial comments, including calling for a ban of burqas in public, and he's demanding mandatory military training for all New Zealanders. I bet that goes over like a pork chop at a bar mitzvah, huh? Mandatory military training for all New Zealanders. I mean, come on. That's the land of the hobbits. Oh, never mind. Astonishing, isn't it? And then we have another religious apology, this one from the United States. The president of the Lutheran Church, Missouri Synod, has apologized now for his role in what he called the debacle that led him to publicly reprimand a pastor in Newtown, Connecticut, because this Lutheran pastor participated in an interfaith service. And this pastor, a Lutheran pastor, prayed in an interfaith service following the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Now, in the original incident here, the denomination's president, Lutheran Church, Missouri Synod, his name is Matthew Harrison, he wanted an apology from the Reverend Rob Morris of Newtown's Christ the King Lutheran Church, because the Reverend Morris participated in this interfaith prayer vigil that followed the shootings on December 14th. The Reverend Morris's role in the vigil, you see, broke denomination rules against joint worship with other religions. Did you know that the Lutherans felt that way? Huh? Did you? At least the Missouri Synod, Lutherans. More on this story in a moment. Stick around.